Let's go. Yo. Get up, nah, I ain't a quitter. Toss me the ball, I'm a really big hitter. Big picture, I'm a straight killer. Rising the song to the highest bidder. Got juice, got gas, I'ma move fast. New shoes, new tracks, like who's that? I'm new, come back, better than last. Yeah, it's a new me, never gonna look back. Never gonna look back. Cause damn, I was built to last. You move slow and I move fast. And that's facts.
Well, hello, good morning, Chicago Bears fans, and it's time. This is Coffee with Trex, and I'm on fire today, guys. The Bears are heading into a monumental offseason. New head coach Ben Johnson, new expectations, and a chance to reshape their roster into a legit contender. So grab your coffee, hit that like button, and let's get to work, guys. But first, huge announcement, breaking news. Once we hit 3,000 subscribers on YouTube, we're giving away an official Bears jersey of your choice to the most active subscriber. If you're liking, sharing, and have that notification bell set to all, you're in the running. So let's go. Let's talk about Bear cap space and off-season strategy. What kind of cap space do we have, and what is our off-season strategy? All right. Let's talk about money moves. We need money to make money, all right? What are we going to do here, Chicago Bear fans? The Bears have around $69 million in cap space heading into 2025. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of cheddar. But we're getting ready to crank things up a little bit. I think we can do our due diligence and really help the Chicago Bears save some more money. Leave it in the comments below on how you think we can be active and find creative ways to save some money, to go get some guys that could actually help the team out. Because make no mistake about it, we hired some bona fide bumps, okay? I mean, listen, it's been a while since I've been on the gridiron, okay? But a few people were joking around, and I don't know how serious they were, but they're like, Trex, why don't you dust off the cleats and give it the old try and get out there and block for us, okay? You couldn't do any worse, Trex. I mean, these guys seriously could not hold a freaking block. There's got to be some guys that we can move off this team and bring some other guys in that are better, that could freaking keep our jersey, our quarterback, Caleb, clean, his jersey clean. That's the number one thing that you got to do, man. You got to keep the quarterback's jersey clean, okay? If he looks dirtier than you do, we've got a problem. And if he hits the ground, you better carry his butt up. You better put your hand. If you are a part of a guy that falls down, you better be there to help him up. Why can't they help the guy up? That's one of the first guys that I say, hey, listen, pal, Shoelace Express, hit the freaking door. Let the freaking door hit you where the good Lord split you, because we don't want you on my Chicago Bears. Pack your bags, pal. You're out of here. Beat it, okay? We're not even going to go Greyhound. We're not going to give you $99 to go from coast to coast. I don't even know if that's a thing anymore, but guess what? You're not even getting an Uber driver. If you help this bum get an Uber driver, you're fired too. Get out of here. I'm telling you what, man, we need some new guys. We need to clear this cap space up. What say you, ladies and gentlemen? Leave it in the comments below. Who do you want to see pack their bags so we can save some money on this freaking team, man? We can really do some damage here. I'll give you a couple guys in mind. You guys let me know who you want right now, and let's unpack it, okay? We're going to start off with saving some money and some roster space. So let's talk about these roster cuts. Gerald Everett. Does anybody even know who the hell Gerald Everett is? I mean, seriously, guys, this guy came from the Chargers, and we were sold a false bill of goods. I mean, basically, we got the freaking, I don't know what else to call it, but a taillight warranty. As soon as you see the taillights go off, the warranty expires. I mean, I want to invoke the lemon law, dude. This was horrible. This guy was a miss. Less than 100 yards? Time to move on, dude. Time to move on. They showed us a highlight reel, and we were like, oh my God, maybe, Cole Kmet should be worried and look over his shoulder. This guy could actually be a starter in the NFL and other. Nope, not at all. I mean, we didn't even really give Cole Kmet the ball nearly as much as we could have, right? Leave in the comments below if you guys think we could have used Cole Kmet better. Yes or no? Why for yes and for no? Here's another guy that I'd like to move off the list, guys. Hey, by the way, thank you guys so much for hanging out in the chat. We will make sure that we invoke and bring you up later on in the show. We're going to talk about it. We're going to be about it. We are going to have a freaking mock draft, guys. I'm going to let you guys take over. You guys are going to be the GM. I'm just going to be the stooge that's going to be controlling the mouse and putting guys where you guys want them. But right now, what I'm going to tell you guys is this. Leave it in the comments below who you guys think we should get out of here, man. Get out of here. Let's just pack the bags. Let's go. Let's just make it happen. Here's a guy I'm looking at. Ryan Bates. What? What was freaking Ryan Pohl's obsession with Ryan Bates? Like, literally, he wasn't even a freaking starter for the Bills. He was like a plug-and-play type guy when they had some guys banged up, whatever, center to guard, guard to center, whatever. I mean, dude, he wasn't really all that, dude. Honest to God, injuries, inconsistency, we don't need him. I'll take my chances elsewhere. I will take my chances elsewhere. We could save $4 million if we freaking tell Ryan Bates to beat it, nerd. And then Gerald Everett, $5.2 million. Right there, we're saving nearly $10 million. So now we're over the $80 million mark, and we could even go further. Let me know in the comments below who else you guys would like to freaking help pack their bags and get out of Chicago. We need to make this happen. We need to save the Chicago Bears money. And it's not so much about that. It is about making a statement, ladies and gentlemen. Be your brother's keeper. To, protect his six and watch their back and do something. Do something, even if it's wrong. Make a freaking block. Even if it's a halfway block, it's better than no block at all. I mean, letting the guy go right past. Or what about freaking tackling? How about you wrap up a guy instead of run right through the middle? I mean, look at your boy tracks 6'6". I'm in my 40s now. I'm not no spring chicken, but I could have ran through that damn line. I might need an oxygen mask and hey, get over here. Let's get the freaking golf cart out here. Get your boy Trex on the golf cart. I got you a good 2-3 yards. If I fall forward, I get more yards. If they tackle me and I fall forward, I got a freaking 2-3 yards just like that, especially if I lean all the way out like this and I don't fumble the football. I'm telling you right now, man, I can't believe it. Ryan Bates, Gerald Everett, you guys are gone. Good is gone. That's $10 million save right there. It's time to spend the money. Let's talk about spending the money. Leave it in the comments below, guys. I love your energy. I love your passion. This show is created from a fan to a fan. Love you guys, man. Let's talk about it. Let's be about it. I love all the pleasantries. I see all the comments. You guys are active, dude. You guys are awesome. You guys are amazing. This is a great Saturday to talk about your Chicago Bears, baby. All right, now that we've freaking got rid of some bums, now it's time to spend some money and bring in some dudes that might be able to play some football for us. Okay, so let's talk about some free agency. Let's get nasty in the trenches. You want to get nasty in the trenches, right? That's where it starts. It all starts up front. You have to freaking win up front or you lose in the back. Take care of the front, you win in the back. I promise you, it's going to happen. Let's talk about some free agent targets with stats and contract projections. Everybody's saying that we are the favorites. The Chicago Bears are the favorites to get the OG guard in Trey Smith. This guy is a monster. He's got the freaking trophies to prove it. He's got 2 trophies to prove it, ladies and gentlemen. 2 Super Bowls. This guy is huge, man. This is like, to me, he's a mauler. This is what the O-line needs. We need a proven winner, a guy that knows how to win at all costs, that can stay in there, play through the hurts, play through the squirts, play through everything. Let's go get this guy. Whatever it takes, sign on the dotted line, okay? big, powerful winner, mauler. I'm giving him $22 million per year to solidify our trenches. Now, if he wants a little bit more, okay, let's get an incentive. Okay, let's say if you're out there and you meet these requirements and you play 90, 100% of the time, and then, hey, look at what happened with what do you call it, Saquon Barkley. They're like, here's $250,000 if we go to the freaking championship. Here's $250,000 if we win the Super Bowl. Dude, that's $500,000 right there. Why not throw that in there? Let's do that. Let's incentivize this stuff. You know what I mean? Make this guy really make some money because, hey, it takes money to make money, right? You got to protect your investment. You got to block. You got to hold your blocks. You got to talk to people. You got to elevate people around you. He could elevate our center. He could elevate our tackle. Let's put him in there. Let's put him in there. Let's solidify. I mean, talk about not even have to worrying about that side of the field, right? That's a done deal. That's one position you don't have to worry about. Let's move on. Somebody's freaking got to protect our investment. What happens when you go buy your really nice car, your really nice truck, minivan, whatever, freaking scooter, rascal, depending on what age you are. Okay, shout out to you silver sneakers out there. Love you guys. Respect the gray. Gray lives matter. Love you guys, man. Everybody matters. Let's go freaking what you do to protect your investment. You go out and get your damn insurance, okay? You got to freaking protect your freaking insurance. And listen, did we do that with Caleb? Heck to the no. I mean, we all know that he could have done better. We all know, and he called himself out. He goes, I got to do better. I got to get rid of that damn ball. I got to just do better, ladies and gentlemen. And how do you do better? You go out and get coaches like Ben Johnson. You go get a guy like Ben Johnson who can help elevate him. You don't get him, Matt Eberflus, the freaking nerd. The best thing he did in the offseason is grow a beard so he could have a freaking, new look or something. Guess what? You can't. All you did is polish a turd, Matt Eberflus, when you put that beard on. Okay, my God, you can only put so much freaking lipstick on a pig, but you're still Miss Piggy, okay? And the only person that freaking thinks that you're good looking is, Kermit the Frog. I'm just saying. Listen, guys, I'm so happy about Ben Johnson being here. This is great, okay? And if Ben Johnson makes a move and he goes and says, "Hey, listen." Shout out to Pat, the designer. I love what he said. He says, Ryan Poles, quit hiring guys, quit signing guys, quit drafting guys that play like you. Well, he didn't say this, but I'm going to add to it. You sucked. You sucked as a freaking player, and you haven't really done too well at getting these guys that coming in. I don't know what he's doing. Is he trying to find diamonds in the rough? Because all he's finding is the rough and no diamonds. There's no diamonds there. All these guys he's coming, he's like, hey, let's go get this big guy that has a mullet. He doesn't do nothing. These undrafted nerds, all these guys, whatever. Like I said, polishing a turd. The only guy that he's got right in my mind, leave in the comments below if you guys think, is Darnell Wright. Darnell Wright is that dude. Okay, we've got him over there. I'm saying let's get Trey Smith. Okay, moving on. That's $22 million bucks off. We already saved $10 million, so negate that, and you've got what? $12 million. Okay. So, like I said, in the comments below, let me know who else is a freaking anchor on our ship that is freaking weighing us down. That is a waste of space we can get rid of and save some money. And guess what? Trey Smith is basically a freaking wash if you get rid of one or two more nerds that can't freaking hold a block or make a tackle. My God, All right, let's talk about another guy. What's behind door number 2? Who else can we bring into the building that could help freaking our team out? Like I said, it's in the trenches. What about Drew Dalman from the Falcons? Okay. You want to control the trenches? You want to control the trenches? You need a bulldozer in the middle. Dalman is our guy at center for 4 years at $46 million. No more patchwork. Done deal. That's a wrap. My only concern, the one outlier that I'm concerned about right now is his ankle. This year he missed 8 games. Okay? He was on the IR for 8 games with that ankle. The year before, ankle. Not sure if it's the same ankle. If it is that a problem? Is he going to need surgery? The big guys, we got big problems. Knees, hips, shoulders, all that stuff. Neck, ankle, that's your wheel, man. You got to have an ankle. I don't know what's going on there. I'd like to look it out and check it out. If everything's all right, okay, cool. Let's bring Drew in. If not, I'll look at Ryan from the Colts. That might be a good guy to go grab, okay? Check him out. Right now, I'm talking about Drew Dalman. I think we could go grab him. There's two guys right there. You put Trey Smith, you put Drew Dalman on the line, and you got Darnell Wright. Boom. 3 out of 5 guys. Not the problem solved. It's almost there. But quite honestly, boys and ladies and gentlemen, in today's NFL, you very rarely will find a team outside of the Baltimore Ravens and outside of the Eagles. And you can already see that Baltimore is going to have some problems right here. They are Ronnie from the offensive line. He might be going the free agency. Okay, there's a guy we could look at. I'm just saying it's hard to keep everybody, and very few teams have all the way tried and true, all 5 guys lit up, legit freaking offensive linemen. Can they be decent? Can they be okay? Yes, but there's going to be some weak links, okay? Not everybody's going to be perfect. I'd love for it to be perfect. Why not? We've sucked for so long. Let's be perfect for a while. Shout out to everybody in the chat, man. You guys are lighting it up. 35 on YouTube, 24 on X app, 0 on Facebook. This is great. If you're on X app, sometime hop on over. Make sure that you get a chance to enter in for a chance to grab a jersey of your choice. Once we reach 3,000 subscribers on YouTube, that's right, we're giving away an official Bears jersey of your choice to the most active subscriber. If you're liking, sharing, and have that notification bell set to all, then you're all in the running. So let's go. And also, to that point, I would like to share another thing. And that's to ask you guys to share this video right now. Let's reach well over 100 people in the room, man. Let's make this work. Let's freaking get the big mo going. Let's go for motivation, guys. This is February 1, dude. We're still in the first quarter of the new year of 2025. Let's bring everybody in here. Let's open the door. I know it's early, ladies and gentlemen, but instead of saying good morning, Vietnam, like Robin Williams said, let's say, good morning, Chicago Sports Podcast. Check it out. Get on the YouTube channel. Let's talk about some Bears. Let's freaking Brandon Tricks Hiatt. Let's go. Yeah, we're saving the Bears. We're making their problems go away. This is our dream thing. We got it going on, guys. We know what we're doing. We know what we're talking about. We're intelligent. We are making freaking our voice is heard today, ladies and gentlemen. We're running this. Hey, and I want to tell you guys, I want to give you guys a big shout out over there, Chicago Bears freaking fans. Your voice matter. They heard it. They heard it from the mountaintops. You guys said, sell the team, sell the team. Guess what? How do you make them shut up? How do you make Chicago Bear fans shut up? You freaking, listen, you belly up, dude. You go do something. You make it happen. You change it. You either get better or you get worse. And I'm telling you right now, as much as I've been on freaking George McCaskey and the McCaskies about sucking and putting us through purgatory, guess what, folks? Guess what? He freaking, when the rubber met the road, he made the difference. Ben Johnson was the start of it. You guys have seen what happened. Dennis Allen, oh my, supposedly they were talking. And actually, they were talking because Dennis Allen said something. I think he said somewhere in November or something. Let me know in the comments below. He said something in the middle of the season. He said, hey, listen, I got a call from Ben Johnson. He goes, hey, you want to ride with me? And he's like, yeah, let's go, dog. Let's ride. I like what they got over there in Chicago. They just need some smart individuals like us to turn it around. And let's make that storied franchise cook, man. Hey, listen. What a novel idea, dude, because now they got Bill Johnson. That dude freaking Michael Brockers. Are you kidding me? And Aaron Donald, that guy, it's not quite sure. We don't know for sure yet what his position is, but he's been a defensive line coach. So why not? Why not put him at defensive line coach? I mean, hey, if you were in the developmental and had anything to do with Aaron Donald being the beast that he was, and Michael Brockers and freaking Glenn Dorsey from LSU, shout out to you. 72. Let's keep it going. We got 72 people watching the show. Let's get over 100, guys. Let's get 200. Did you guys know last week on Saturday, we had like over 1,000 people watching the show? It was ridiculous. When I asked you guys to share this video on all of your freaking on all of your guys' networks and on all of your guys' social media, you guys answered the bell for Trax, man. I love you guys. You guys delivered in a big way, man. And then I brought on Doug Plank, and Doug was excited. Doug Plank was excited. Go back and look at the show. You guys freaking showered him, showed him a lot of respect and stuff. What? He said he wants to come back on even more so now. He said, listen, I love your community. You guys were awesome. How would you guys like to have legends like Doug Plank on all the time, like Trax used to do, man? I mostly do it at, sports venues and stuff, casino, wherever I'm at. I'm going to bring our boys with you. But how would you like to see him freaking in the privacy of your own home, in the privacy of his own home from Arizona, where it's nice and warm and cozy? How would you guys like to see freaking Doug Plank on here? Talk about passion and energy from a Chicago Bear legend, man. Woo, baby. Make sure you guys share this video, man. Let's get those likes up. Let's get those views up. Let's make this freaking community grow, baby. All right. Now, like I said, guys, we are talking about the Trey Smith and Drew Dalman. Let's talk about the other side of the ball, guys. How would you guys like to see Chase Young from the Saints? Now, there's already a connection there, okay, with Dennis Allen and the Saints, right? Chase Young. This guy right now, listen, guys, this guy, oh my, he may not ever live up to the potential that he was supposed to be with the first round freaking draft pick, but he had, as far as hurries go, he had ranked 7th in the NFL in most pressers last year. That was huge. We need pressure. Because if you got a guy pressuring, guess what? That frees up Sweat. Why not? We can get him on the cheap. He's not going to be super expensive because he doesn't have an inflated sack, So maybe this is somebody that we bring in, incentivize him. Let's see what happens, man. But hear me out. Young had the 7th most pressures in the NFL last season. Yes, there are concerns, but at 2 years, $30 million, $15 million a year, why not? Or let's go a little cheaper. Let's go 13 with incentives to escalate up past to where he says, hey, man, if I'm on the field, if I'm doing my due diligence, if I muscle up, if I do my protein shakes, if I eat a couple brats but don't go heavy in on the deep dish pizzas, and I come over to Chicago and I work with my boy Dennis Allen, who made me a better player, and I work with Sweat, my old teammate from Washington, whoa, let's go. How about it? Well, reunion with freaking Sweat and Chase Young and Dennis Allen, that might be exactly what Chicago Bears need. You guys just answered the bell. We just elevated from 70 to 90 viewers, man. You guys shared this video. Boom. Let's go. Boom, shakalaka. You guys remember that old saying? Let's see where you guys are coming from with the 90 views. We got a split. 45 on XApp and 45 on YouTube. XApp. Love you guys. YouTube, listen. You guys can find us right now on XApp under Chi, CHI, Sports, SOPRTS, Tracks, Chi Sports Tracks, Chicago Sports Podcast on XApp, or Chicago Sports Podcast 219 on YouTube, man. You guys are freaking amazing, man. We got over 90 viewers. Let's break that hundo. Look, can we get over a hundo? Let's go, baby. Let's go. I believe in you guys. So, like I said, Sweat and Young reunited, terror for opposing QBs. Why not? Let's do it, guys. Make sure you guys hit that like button and leave the comments below. We are going to unpack all your guys' where your voice will be heard after this show, okay? So stop right there, Chicago. What do you guys think about these moves so far? What do you think about Trax's moves? Grade me out, man. I don't care. Hey, man. Grade this offseason so far the way that I've drawn it up. Is it an A? Is it a B? Is it a C? Is it a D? Or a flat F? Do I earn an F? That's all right. Drop it in the comments below, man. Now, Ladies and gentlemen, this is one of our favorite parts of the show. You guys love it, man, especially for draft nerds like me. Oh my, oh my, let's talk about it, okay? Let's talk about building the future in the draft. First move, we got the first pick. We got the first round, 10th pick in the draft. I say we trade down. I'm not reaching for a guy at 10 when we can move down and grab more draft picks, okay? Snag another pick or still grab our guy. I'm getting Tyler Booker, offensive lineman, offensive guard from Alabama. Talk about physical, discipline, can play guard or tackle. This is how we build a wall in front of our QB. Let's go out and get Tyler Booker. Let's trade back. We can still grab him. Now there's talks about freaking Jackson Dart moving up in the draft, potentially the Raiders grabbing Jackson Dart in the draft. So now you got 3 quarterbacks in the top 10 potentially. So that means that we are going to be closer to what we want. So guess what? That moves everybody around. And that, they're still playing musical chairs. That draft board is not set yet. With that Senior Bowl that we've unpacked in the last couple days and everything, I'm telling you right now, I got some word from my co-host Jim Miller from NFL Network, former Chicago Bears quarterback. He said that there are some guys that are moving up, some big-time guys. And listen, guys, there are some guys in small-time colleges that are doing big-time things against big-time players from big-time colleges, and they're turning some heads. They're getting some looks. There's some big-time stuff coming out, man. So it's a little early, so hang on. We're going to be developing and breaking all the beautiful stuff going on for pre-draft information. Like I said, day 2, what's the focus on day 2? Power run game and defensive line depth. We need to go look and get a power runner, and we need to get some defensive line depth. Because listen, if we go do our due diligence and we go get the center and Drew Dalman, and we go get from the Chiefs, we go grab that guy, Trey Smith from the Chiefs at guard, and then we go get Booker. Boom, baby. We've got our interior. We've got 2 guards and a center done. We've already got Braxton Jones at the left, and at the right, we've already got Darnell Wright, okay? So here we go. What are we doing now? Like I said, we're going to give you guys a chance to tell us what you'd like to do when we're done, okay? So here we go. I say focus day 2, power run game and defensive line depth. Running back targets are as follows: Omarion Hampton, Tre'Veyon Henderson, or Dylan Sampson. We need a young workhorse. But listen. I got a couple names right now. I just heard from Jim Miller. Yesterday while he was there. And he said, look at running back Marcus Yarns from Delaware. He says Marcus Yarns from Delaware will be the next Alvin Kamara. Wow. He also likes Damian Martinez. He said he's potentially the best back, and he's in the way later rounds. So we could definitely, right now he's projected 5th round, actually, Marcus Yarns is. He could move up depending on, what the needs are. And you see when teams start to draft, there is, momentum shifting to that position. It's like, oh, hey, oh, he's doing this, I'm going to do that. That's how teams do, man. You start seeing them move off the board differently. You know what I'm saying? So it trends differently. So like I said, we also need to look at defensive targets, a nasty interior presence to pair with Dexter. Keep in mind, eyeing on Damian Martinez or Ollie Gordon also. But listen, here's what I'm looking at: Deion Walker or Nolan Walter. Those guys are like legit. If I'm going to move up on interior defensive line, I'm going to go with those guys. But I also like, Damian Martinez and Ollie Gordon also. So keep in mind that. So Bears fans, who should we take in round 1? Sound off in the comments below. Like I said, guys, I'm telling you right now, this is an offseason that can make or break the Bears' future. We have a chance to get this right. It's all about stacking talent, making smart moves, and setting this team up for success. Don't forget, guys, 3,000 subscribers, and you get a Bear jersey of your choice if you are the most active. Share this video with everybody right now. Let's get over 100 people in the show. We've already had up to 90. Right now, we're sitting at 79. We've got 48 on XApp, 30 on YouTube, and 1 on Facebook. So, like I said, hit the like button, share the video, make sure you've got notifications to on, make sure you're the most active grinder, and once we hit that 3,000 mark, Trax is going to be sending a jersey of your choice out. Hey, listen, if I got one autographed from one of my buddies from the Chicago Bears, one of the players, I'll send that out too. I just got to see what's in stock at that time, man. All right. Follow us on Twitter at Shy Sports Tracks, at Shy Sports Tracks for all the latest Bears updates. So right now is my favorite part of the show. This is where we dive into you guys and your voices will be heard. You don't get this on the 3-letter network of ABC and NBC. You don't get this on the 4-letter network of ESPN or any of those guys. Your name, your tag name, your voice will be heard today. Let's see what you guys got to say. Good morning, guys. Thank you for hanging out with Tracks, man. I love coffee with Tracks. I love coffee with you guys. This is an awesome time. I'm so blessed to be with you guys right now. Philip says, bear down, baby. Bear down, brother. Trixie says, hey, what up? 1920 Bears. If Caleb improves, the Bears will be good. Thank you, 1920. I agree too, man. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Trixie and 1920 Bears. What up, Dave Rigdon? How you doing, buddy? Hey, thanks for coming. Thanks for hanging out with us, bro. I appreciate you. I know you love your breakfast in the morning. I know you love your weekend. So thanks for hanging out with us. Appreciate you. David Rigdon. He says, Tevin Jenkins, let's get him out of the building. I couldn't agree more. Although I will like to say something, Jim has something that I do want to share with because I listen to your guys' opinion. I listen to his opinion. I mean, we've all got, valuable information, right? So let's see what he says here. His favorite guys that won the day yesterday were Emory Jones, left tackle from LSU, okay? He also likes Gary Zabel from North Dakota State. He plays 4 positions, but he's a center for sure, and ragdolls defenders. So when we draft Gary Zabel from North Dakota State, there's our center right there. And he says, depends on Jenkins and Darnell Wright, who both should stay. He thinks Jenkins should stay. Now, only need one last piece. Put Jenkins back at right guard where he belongs. Now sign legitimate free agent left guard. Line rebuilt and legit. That's his opinion. That's his take. Let me know what your guys' takes are, okay? Keith Harris, what's up, my co-host? Love you, brother. Bear down, CS podcasters. 1920 Bear says, could have used Everett better too. I agree. We could have used him better, especially, hey, listen, if we could have used Cole Kmet better, you damn sure believe we could have used freaking Everett better, for sure. But, hey, he had his moments and he didn't shine, so see you later, pal. Philip said, yeah, why for yes. Dave Rigdon says, what is the deal with Joe Rudolph? That'd be a grand slam move for our coaching staff. 1920 Bears. Don't want to give up Brisker yet. He's a good player. Concerns over his concussions, though. I agree, man. He's still under contract, so we're good on that. Yeah, so let's see what happens, Keith Harris says, could it be they didn't use Everett properly just like they didn't use Cole Kmet? Great minds think alike, buddy. I'm saving $5 million. I'll hit the road, pal. Ryan Bates definitely got to go. I agree. Let's get him out of here. DT Honey Bear, bear down. I think here's the thing. Listen, let me circle back to what Keith is saying. I believe that us Bear fans value our players more than the NFL does. Every time they move on, they always we get way less. We're like, we should get him for a first-round draft pick, a second-round draft pick. He's so good. And then they go hit the NFL, and what happens? Diddly squat. They're average. We value guys. We think they're way better than they are. And I think it's because we've been trained that way. You know what I mean? I'm saying save $5 million on him and freaking we can have better luck with someone else, especially with Ben Johnson in the building who can freaking balance things out a little bit more. And reports are that Ian Cunningham is actually going to stay. I heard that he doesn't like the structure that's going on there down there in Jacksonville, and he'll take his chances and wait another year and go to somewhere else for a general manager and continue to help the Bears grow. Hey, I think he could probably get a raise or something too and sweeten the deal. Leave it in the comments below like, hey, listen, I know we would have got a third-round draft pick this year and a third-round draft pick next year, but that'll carry over. We'll get a third-round draft pick in 2026 and 2027 if we wait another year. Why not? Let him stay in the building. If he wants to stay, and hang out with Ryan Poles and Ben Johnson another year. Let's see what happens, man. Let's cook, baby. Just clean house and remove the garbage. It sounds a little easier when you just put it like that, right? But, hey, man, you got to make this decision. So make them for us. Let us know exactly what the garbage is, David. Thank you. DT Honeybear says, O-line tackle and offensive guard. Yes, I agree, baby. Let's go get him. DT Honeybear says center. Time to get a center. Time to let Bates go, 1920 says. Maybe bring him back on cheap deal if you need to. Yeah, I understand what you're saying, but listen, dude, I don't think there's anything cheap enough to keep him. He didn't, he's often injured and he's consistently inconsistent. We need to move on from him and bring somebody else in the building that Ben Johnson likes. Now, Ben Johnson wants to keep him. That's one thing. But listen, guys, if we're trying to save money, if we're trying to get rid of people and bring in guys that he likes, let's not try to keep guys in the building. Like, see how we are? We're already trying to move some guys off to get creative cap space to be north of 100 million, to be able to go out and sign these draft picks, to be able to go out and get new free agents, to get guys that actually know what it's like to win, and be leaders. Like, let's not keep the guys in here that didn't do nothing for us this year. I hear you on the cheap deal to maybe make it work. For me, I'm not on it, but I appreciate your point of view for sure, man. Much respect to you. Thanks for being active. Hey, Broski Bear. Hey, what's up, Brandon? What's up, buddy? Do you go under another tagger name? Your name sounds familiar, Broski Bear. Bayard will most likely be cut. $8.5 million against the cap. Wow. Now, I'll tell you what. We were already north of $80 million once we get rid of, Bates and Everett. Now we go with Bayard for 8.5, damn near $9 million. We're already at $90 million right there. Ladies and gentlemen. We could go for another $10 million. Tevin Jenkins, there's one. Maybe another one or two, maybe Walker. We could be north of $100 million easy. Restructure some deals, 110, 120 million. Let's go in and bring guys. Let's go bring another offensive lineman or a defensive lineman. Let's sign some guys, man. I like that guy. Man, I wish freaking Darius was around. He's always around, man. Shout out to Darius, man. That guy is my MVP. He's around all the time when it matters, man. And I appreciate all my other co-hosts, too. I appreciate all you guys in the staff. I appreciate all you active listeners. You guys are kick butt, man. I wouldn't trade you for nothing. I hope you guys wouldn't trade me for nothing. I do the best I can for you guys, man. This is your community. You guys deserve it. Your voices matter. Your voices need to be heard. You guys are awesome, dude. You guys are kick butt. But Darius is talking about a guy for the Eagles, I think, is a defensive tackle he's interested in. I think his name is Mike or Micah or something. Maybe somebody in the chat could channel their inner Darius and find that guy for me. Look up free agent in 2025 Eagles or something like that if you can get a chance, please. Honey Bear says, I like Cole Kmet. I would keep him. Oh, yeah, for sure. He's on a long-term contract, Honey Bear. We just got him I think we got him for a few more years, actually. He's got a good contract. We just need to use him more for sure, and they will. 92. Over 92, man. Thank you for guys sharing this on all your social platforms, on all your social networks. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. We appreciate your view and share this video to everybody. Let's get north of over 100 viewers in the chat right now. We've already got over 92 right now. Right now, as it sits, we've got 60 in the X app, one holding it down in Facebook. Got to keep that 56K modem. Someone is always in love with that old school rotary phone hanging on the wall, or maybe even they're outside in the cold on the freaking what do you call it? The payphone. Does that even work anymore? Like, have you guys recently picked up a payphone and saw if it worked? I already got over 30 on YouTube. So yeah, that's awesome, man. Over 90 watching. You guys are awesome. You guys are the best. DT Honey Bear says, yes, wide receiver could have made plays with Cole Kmet. Or no, I bet you she meant we. Yes, we could have made plays with Cole Kmet. Yep, I agree. Broski Bear says, I'm going to use what I've been mentioning. The Panthers signed 2 stud guards last offseason, and all of a sudden, Chuba is one of the better running backs in the league, and Bryce improved. Hey, listen, I'm going to add to what you just said, Broski Bear. Look at what the Steelers did. They went out and drafted 3 offensive linemen. Did they have troubles at times? Was it not looking pretty? Yes, but those guys grew, and now they're starting to look a lot better. And listen, in that position, you need to have retention, reps leading to retention. If you have reps leading to retention and everybody stays there in a solid state and you don't move guys around and like musical chairs. Hey, listen, I understand this. They said that out of all NFL teams, the Bears made the most offensive line changes. It is crazy. They were playing musical chairs on the Titanic. It didn't help out any. Hey. That's no good, man. You got to have a guy at the left guard, left tackle. They've all got to be there. It's got to be one solid conduit to the freaking center. And Bryce Young improved too. Yeah, shout out to that OC, man. Shout out to that head coach, man. They're starting to look a lot better, man. Not saying that they're freaking barn burners, but hey, listen, they look a lot better. And shout out to you, Broski Bear. Solid take, buddy. Bears need to stop messing around and draft a stud left tackle and a stud center. Okay, so Broski Bear, listen, I think we could get a guy at left tackle competitively, compete against Braxton Jones. Right now, he's in the building. He's still on his rookie contract. We can't move him out of the way. He's there with as bad as the depth is at second string and third string. Who are we to say that a guy like Braxton Jones, who's better than Braxton Jones at left tackle? If anything, he's a backup. But we start him, and if the rookie supersedes and shows better, promise and everything, and he outperforms him, then start him, have Braxton there. And if the rookie starts to struggle, then put Braxton back. I understand it. I get it. 2026, though, that draft class for outside tackles at left tackle, right tackle, way better. So that's my point, and I'm sticking to it. So Broski Bear also says we also need to address the D-line as well. We need another starting caliber defensive end because we only have one on the roster in Sweat. Yep. As mentioned earlier before, we have one outlier in the free agency. Let me know if there's another defensive end. I know a lot of people say Josh Sweat. I believe he's going to be a little bit more expensive. As far as stats go, I'm not overly impressed with him. I don't want to overly spend it. But if we can get him on a decent deal, I say, yeah, let's give Josh Sweat a try for sure. Over 93 in the building, man. Thank you guys so much for showing up and showing out. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. Appreciate your view. Share this video. Let's get over 100 views right now active. Appreciate you guys. Broski Bear says Dexter and Billings aren't the best starting combo at defensive tackle. I've said it before and I said it again, and I agree with you, Broski Bear, that Billings at best is serviceable. I mean, when he left and he got injured, we saw what happened with interior defensive line. We could have ran through it, We could have got so many yards, and everybody did. Everybody ate, and it was demoralizing. You cannot run on a defense. It's terrible. We need to get some more interior defensive line. I agree, man. But I'll tell you what, Dexter at three-point technique, I've had Tommy Harris on. I'll have him on again. Henry Melton, he was on. They both like him. They like his hands. They like his technique. They like his speed. They like his burst. They believe that he is that dog. And Jerron Dexter is going to be that dude at 3 technique. So let's not mess with that. He's going to get better. Once we get him more interior defensive lineman and another edge, we need depth. And we finally have a guy that's in the building that's going to make those guys great, okay? So we'll be all right there. But I agree. We need more depth at interior defensive line. Let's do it, man. They should be in the mix. Bears need a mountain defensive tackle. Couldn't agree more, dude. We need a big hog down in there. Broski Bear says, Pat the designer doesn't know jack about football. I disagree. I think that's disrespectful. I think everybody has an opinion, and it matters. And I think he's doing very good for ESPN. I think he's doing very good on the Windy City Breeze. I've been there. I've supported him. He supported me, and so has his team. I've been there to help him move from his old studio and his new studio. I think he's a grinder, and he does a great job, man. Very nice man. Yeah, so I'm going to agree with that one. Need a slot receiver if Keenan Allen doesn't come back. Yeah, I agree. We definitely need a slot receiver for sure if Keenan Allen doesn't come back. Leave it in the comments below if you guys think that we should go ahead and re-sign Keenan Allen to a team-friendly deal. He also wants to either go for the Rams or the other LA team, so the Chargers. So either one of the two or with the Bears. Should we keep him? I know they say that we should look at him, as kind of like a coach on the field. Like he plays like he's a, like a coach on the field. They really like the way that he talks to guys and works with guys and whatever. He showed up big, man. He had some clutch catches. I think he's great. I think he's serviceable. I don't want to overspend on him. And if there's a younger guy with speed that can take the top off receivers like what's his name? Brown. I think we should go after Brown. That would be a guy that would be good to get if we don't go with Keenan Allen, okay? Montana Shy, what up, buddy? How you doing? Thank you for showing up and showing out and coming back, man. Make sure you hit that like button and share this video to everybody. You're wearing a jacket. It must be cold where you are. Yes, I am in my garage. I've got a heater going on right now, so I'm okay with that. I got a little top tank heater on top of a propane tank. I also got a a space heater right by my feet and my legs. Keep my legs warm and my feet warm. So yeah, it's a little chilly. It's not as bad. I mean, it was in sub-degree weather, and I did a couple shows without the tank top heater, man. Shout out to that. I got it at Menards for like I think it was like $20. It was normally like $80, and I love it, man. It's beautiful. It's great. The reason why I'm in my garage, by the way, is because I'm so loud and I like to have my coffee early, former military veteran. I don't want to wake up the family, boys sleeping, man. Nice sleeping weekend, but I want to come out. I want to get excited, dude. The Chicago Bear weather, why not? Let's keep it in the freaking studio, man. Let's have it where I have it in the spring and the summer and the fall. So yeah, it is a little chilly. I do have a jacket on, but I'm good, man. Love it. You guys keep me warm. B Shepard, B Shep 23 says Jay Cutler is the greatest quarterback of all time. Jay Cutler was good, man. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe button, and put the notification settings on to all notifications, man. Appreciate you for showing up and showing out. Love you, buddy. Thank you. Drink some beers, Philip says. Hey, man, you're not too far from me. Maybe we should, Philip. Maybe you could come out to one of my shows. I've noticed that you're a Hampton fan. I've had Hampton on a couple times. We've done some live gigs together at some public appearances. I helped him get paid for. Also, he showed up to my son's school. That's right. He showed up to Veterans Day to help support the veterans and all of that. They have a very nice veterans, performance. And it was great, man. It was really cool. I'm so glad he was there to show up, man. That was really awesome. They got the salute to service, and they're big supporters. And Dan is now a friend, and he's a big supporter of vets for sure, man. Salute to soldiers, salute to service. Black Rain says, I like the hire, but Aaron Donald was a beast at Pittsburgh. Yep. Hey, you only got better too, right? Because, you're a beast in college. It doesn't translate over to pros when you are a defensive line coach and you show time and time again that you can help elevate, and all these guys come back as Aaron Donald did and give credit and said, hey, this guy made me the man that I am, the player that I am, with passion and desire and vigor, man. You guys see what he does. You hear him you see him shaking his fist, talking to these guys. I mean, you see what he built over there with the Saints. I mean, dude, you got to give a guy like freaking Bill Johnson credit, dude. It just, you can't underplay what a coach does to players, for sure. You know, it takes a player to make a coach look good, but it also takes a coach to make a player look good also. It goes hand in hand, for sure. Plank is the GOAT. Shout out to B-Shep. Solid take, man. He is the GOAT. Love him. John S. says, high energy is good, but slow down a bit. Take a breath and form your thoughts, man. My thoughts are always formed. I appreciate it, and I love it. Thank you, John. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. B-Shep said he's doing a great job. Thank you, man. I appreciate you. Broski says, at John, I was thinking the same thing. Also acknowledge the chat, or at what point is going live. So the point is, we always on the backside, Broski, we do the chat at the end. All of our thoughts are clear. I put it all together, and then at the end, we make your voices heard. This is every show that we've done. Chase Young sucks. I mean, honestly, if you want to be a producer, then go ahead and create a show tailored to your liking. If you don't like this show, then you can move on. There's plenty of other people that do things differently. This is the way that I do my shows, and a lot of guys appreciate it. So we're not moving on from that, because what happens if you come in and out of the chat is you can't form. And I started at the very top. I mean, let's get into it. Why not? I started out with what the show is talking about, my header, my topic, and then I got into my key points, my bullet points, right? We talked about Bears cap space and offseason strategy, then roster cuts, then how to save money. And with that money saved, let's get nasty in the trenches and talk about free agency. Then after that, I had some questions. What do you guys think? Grade me out, A, B, C, D, or F. Now we energize in the chat. Now your voices get heard, and you guys love that. Most people love that, but everybody has opinion. I appreciate it. Like I said, if you want to be a producer, have at it. And if you don't like the way that I run it, you don't have to stay here, for sure. But I appreciate your view. I appreciate you being here. Hard pass on Chase Young. Hard pass on Chase Young. Dalman is a solid center, but Bears should draft a better one. Dalman isn't elite. I don't know if we're really looking for elite right now, for sure. I really don't know if we're looking elite. Like, average would actually look like elite for the Bears. Like, let's get real. There's not a whole lot of elite guys in free agency. There's not a whole lot of guys in the draft at center. There's like 2-3 guys, and that's it. And then there's a huge drop-off. So we have to just get better, okay? Kevin Rain says, agreed on trading down and accumulating. Yeah, I agree too. Yeah, let's make it like a Jerry Angelo approach. You know what I'm saying? Over 97 in the building, guys. Thank you guys for showing up and showing out. I appreciate you guys. Hit that like and subscribe button. XApp is leading the way. They've got over 64 views and 32 with YouTube, and 1 Facebook are holding it down, man. Make sure you hit those notifications, select it to all notifications, hit that subscribe button, share this video. Let's get over 100 views in the chat. Like I said, we had over 1,000 last Saturday. Let's see if we can match that, guys. Jive Turkeys FC says, what pick do you want in compensation for that first? You looking at later round picks in the draft or future picks? So listen, when we've done the mock simulators, when I've seen over 100 in the building, over 100 in the building, you guys are awesome, man, showing up and showing out. As we get rolling, as we get momentum, as you guys share the YouTube, the views, as you share the YouTube video with across all of your platforms, you see that the momentum carries and we get more and more views. Thank you, guys. We love this community, love the interaction. This is awesome. This is where it matters. This is where the rubber meets the road. From a fan to a fan, your voice will be heard. So Jive Turkey, listen, what I see normally what happen is you trade for a first round pick in the top 10 and you get like a later round pick, like a day 3 pick, sometimes a day 4 pick. Can you get a day 2 pick? Maybe, but I think you would have to pair that with a later round pick. So 2 for 2, but you would come up in both of those situations unless somebody is very desperate. We'll try it out in a mock draft simulator here in a little bit. So Jive Turkey FC says Banks and Campbell going in on top 10 and feel like the draft class is thin for offensive line. So it's actually thin at the tackle position. It's very solid for interior line, and it's very deep for interior line. From everybody that I've talked to, everybody I've heard, all the guys that I've had formerly on the podcast, Olin Kreutz, all those guys, they love the interior line. Jay Hilgenberg, all those guys, they love the interior line. It's the exterior line, the tackles that are a little bit weaker, you know. All right. Broski Bears turned into a negative Nancy, man. He don't really like much of anything. Man, whew. Hope you wake up on the right side of the bed tomorrow, buddy. And, hey, the day's not over with. You can be the change. Be a fountain, not a drain, buddy. Jive Turkey says Trey Smith. Let's get Trey Smith. I agree. Shepard says Cowboys used to draft linemen high. Always had one of the best lines in the league. I agree. They didn't do anything with it, though, did they? They drafted a bunch of offensive linemen and it didn't go nowhere. I mean, they have had, and I agree with you, they have had one of the best lines in the NFL. I tell you who else has got a really good line. For this year, the best is the Broncos. You go look at those guys. You know, the Lions obviously have one of the best. They got 3 first-round offensive line, former offensive line picks in the tackles and then the center. And obviously you got that solid guard there, man. Solid guard. So yeah. So let's see here. Let's see what happened. Also, the Eagles and the Ravens, great offensive lines. Smith played at Tennessee with Wright. Yes, he did, for sure. Shepard says we need a power back. I agree, man. We need the Knuckles and Sonic. We need the Sonic and Knuckles show. Right now we already got the Sonic, so let's get the Knuckles. Let's get a guy that's like Montgomery for sure, man. Jive Turkey says, take a look at Devin Neal from Kansas. He's an absolute beast, similar to Kamara, and was a 4-year starter, always rushed for over 1,000 yards. Okay, I'll take a look at him. Devin Neal sounds like a good guy to look at for sure. Everybody take a look at Devin Neal, man. Shepard says, in his opinion, don't need to draft a running back at all. Yes, we do. We have to for sure. Ollie Gordon, that's a guy I brought up earlier. Is this pre-recorded? Trapakeepa, bear down. Trapakeepa, get on Broski Bear. Tell him how we do it, man. Tell him how we start out the show where we talk about everything, unpack, and then we talk for the next half part about being in the chat, man. All about being in the chat. Everybody's voice gets heard, man. Quit being a negative Nancy. Otherwise, just hit the road if you don't like what's going on, man. Seriously. Quit trolling and quit trolling and keep scrolling. David Rigdon says, get that running back with the 5th round. Broski Bears says, Bears need a legit everything workhorse running back. They don't need to draft one in the 1st round, though. Use both 7th round picks. James Jones, what's up, buddy? Welcome back, man. Appreciate you. No, wait, this is a different James Jones. What's up, Bears fans? Good AM. Yes, man. Thank you for coming from Washington. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. You're invited. All 32 teams are invited, man. We are a brotherhood in the NFL of all sports. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. Hit your notifications on to all to be a winner of your for a jersey of your choice. All you have to do is make sure you're the most active listener, follower, and share this video, all of our videos, all of our content, and you will enter in to win a jersey of your choice from any team. Oh, yes. I like Jones at LSU also, man. The guy's a beast for sure. Shepard says, I'm just thinking if we keep Swift, pairing him with the power back could be good. Hey, listen, over 101 in the building, man. Thank you guys so much for showing up and showing out. Swift had 1,300 yards this season. Just needs someone who can run between the tackles. Maybe RJ gets more opportunities. Yeah, I think I look at him like he's almost on his way out the door, man. He's already got a couple concussions, one more, and he might be done. We need to move on for him. I wish him the best. I wish his health first and foremost. But, yeah, we definitely need a straight-up power back for sure. Chapakeepa says LSU tackle is a dog. Montana Shy says trade back with Atlanta for 15 and 46. Take the best O-line there, then go defensive tackle. I think 46 might be a little rich. I don't think you could get the 46. I definitely see getting 15 for sure. I definitely see getting 15 and in a later pick, maybe a day 3 pick, but 46 is way too rich. I don't think they do that, man, for sure. But I see what you're saying. Force multiply. I like it like a Jerry Angelo type deal for sure. Then go defensive tackle and safety with our second round picks, then edge with 46. Get Smith in center for Atlanta. James Jones says, believe it or not, you got a roster, just need a coach. I agree, man. I agree for sure. Bear that right here is. Keep Cunningham, either demote Poles and send him packing. I think the jury's still out on Poles, man. I mean, hey, listen, he was a part of that Ben Johnson hire, right? So you want to fire the guy that got Ben Johnson? Come on, man. Let's think. What about Joe Rudolph? That's an interesting take. Let's take a look at him. Shepard says Ryan Poles has done a great job on his end. I agree. I see y'all going for like utility line and the one that can play multiple positions. What up, OG Knucklehead? Doing the same thing we did last year, playoff berth, maybe Super Bowl every year, be the worst team in the NFL. We need to stop that, and I'm done with this conversation is every offseason. What up, OG? We going to be garbage once again? Oh, boy, man. Somebody woke up on the wrong side of the bed. Good point about our cap space. What is real crazy is nobody has mentioned Justin Fields. Justin Fields isn't on this team right now. That's why we haven't brought him up. David Rigdon says, Poles and Cunningham prove they can actually draft, but far as snagging up free agents, Poles has had an ugly history of swinging and missing. Now he's got people that he can bounce off of. He's got Allen in the building. He's got a true bona fide defensive coordinator who's been in the NFL for years. Listen, they were talking about getting rid of. And we promote a guy in Eberflus. And we made him not our defensive coordinator. We made him our head coach. And that's a guy you're going to bounce off, that Ryan Poles is going to bounce off. Who do you want to fill your roster? Okay, there's a point where you make the selection, but you also got to do it to fit and tailor your head coach's needs and schemes and what he needs to make his team win. Because at the end of the day, it falls on him and it falls on you. So now you've got a head coach in Ben Johnson that has proven time and time and again to be an offensive leader. And you got Dennis Allen, who's proven time and time again to be a defensive leader. Now they can collaborate and really get some guys in the room and see what happens, man. Thank you, Montana Shy. Yes, it's Milton Williams. That's the guy. James Jones says, because you traded him and now you're letting him stay in Pitts. No need to cry over it, right? Yeah, he's gone. Yeah, I wish him the best, and he's doing good. I hope he starts somewhere. I think he will. Here we go. All right, let's see here. Let's see who else we've got. Oh, here we go. Lori, don't keep him. Has too many drops. Don't keep him. He has too many drops. Who's he talk? Who is she talk? Is she talking about? She got to be talking about Keenan Allen. I don't think he has too many drops. Can somebody check up how many drops Keenan Allen is? I don't think he has a lot of drops. I think he's got very secure hands. I think he's like one of the best pass catchers in the NFL and on our team, man. I mean, he's been to 6 Pro Bowls. They just didn't give him the ball enough, you know. Shepard says, it's okay. You're jealous of Pat the designer. Broski Berry is very successful and good at what he does. I agree. Hey, listen, when he said woke, he was on my block list. It was just a matter of when. You know, you don't bring that up in the chat. You don't go after my friends. You don't go after somebody that's helped me in the growth and development. And then you knock our whole system on how we operate. Like, we're a community, man. Be a fountain, not the drain. Like, seriously, move on, pal. I hope he does well somewhere else and he gets what he needs, you know. This show's not for everybody, you know. Moody, what up, Moody? Good morning, brother. If we let Keenan walk, don't we get a comp pick back? I want to say we do. I can't remember how that applies to him or not, but that does make sense. Moody says, I made my son wear a Cutler jersey to school, and his homework would keep getting intercepted. That's a good joke. I like that, man. Shep says, gotta explain, bro. Do your thing. No, I just want to explain the format. I just want you guys to understand why we do what we do. There's other channels that do the same thing, and I value them, and I think that they are functioning at a high level, and I see their success, and that's why we do what we do. So I was just explaining to him, but he still kept coming at me like, why do you wait to the end to involving in the chat? Now listen, we love the chat. We're spending half the show goes to the chat, half the show goes to me to talk about why I brought the show together. Right? So if you go to the chat too early, then you get you're not focused. You don't stay on topic. So stay on topic, talk about what you got to talk about, unpack, all your bullet points, and then open it up to the chat. I think it's successful. I like it, Oh, Dustin Jones says, what up, Trax? Bear down, brother. Love you. Thank you so much for showing up. Shout out to my co-host, man. Great mind. Awesome. Check him out. He's also on 4 stars. Love those guys. Foster Cover says, you do what you do, brother. Depends on how far up someone has to move up. I agree. Michael Hempel, what's up, buddy? Hey, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn your notifications on to all notifications. Share this video with everybody. Let's get to over 100 in the chat as we did earlier, guys. Like I said earlier, we've got XApp leading the way with 73 views and 30 coming from YouTube. What do I think about Caleb Johnson? I think he's awesome. I think he's a bona fide boss, man. That guy is a grinder for sure. Big power back, got good speed. I like his size. I think he did really good in Iowa. I know he knows what it takes to play in the Midwest for sure. I like him. I say we go after him. They say the only question for him is his, him staying healthy and whatnot. So we'll see about that. Trey Smith, $24 million per season. I want him to get Tutu Atwell on the cheap, underrated slot receiver. He is consistent. Okay. Yeah, I'll take a look at Tutu Atwell. I've seen a few people bring him up for sure. I do like him, and I want to see if that would be a good fit in Chicago. I trust Foster Covers, man. Foster is a good guy on BCP. Shout out to Dan and BCP. They got really good content over there. Check them out. Get them a subscribe button. They're one of our brothers at arms here with the Chicago Bears content. Love those guys. Great content. Johnson moved Swift out in Detroit. Montana Shy says, well, see, the reason why he moved Swift out in Detroit is because Montgomery was coming. They wanted the Sonic and Knuckles, the Thunder and Lightning type thing. So you don't want to get 2 Sonics together. You want a guy, you don't want to get a guy out there. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to get a guy out there that is a double speed. So, yeah. One second. I'm sorry. I just had a really important text from the inside of the house. All right. Paul Gibbons said, let's go. Hey, thanks for coming back, bro. Appreciate you. Love you. Big Chill to MC says, Scatterbo. Can't wait till hear that from the crowd. Look, Scatterbo is great, but he's already got 2 concussions. We're worried about his headspace and what's going on. We already got one of those guys in the building with Rashawn. And so when you have so many concussions in today's NFL, they move you out because they're worried about your health. You know what I'm saying? So Scatterbo kind of concerns me, but I do like the way that he plays, man. I think I do think he's great. And I think he's probably going to have a good career in the NFL. I just don't think that with our depth, we should take a shot at him. So, yeah. So Foster says Allen had a few key drops, but he's solid and is now a free agent. So Bears will get no compensation, as someone asked earlier. Thanks, Foster. I appreciate you, buddy. No tracks. Allen was on a 1-year deal. He is a free agent. Okay, thank you so much. Keenan Allen, 6 drops this season. That's not bad. 6 drops is not a lot. That's not alarming. Like, I wouldn't get rid of a guy. As many targets as he had, somebody look up how many targets he had. I'm sure he had a lot of targets. And for 6 drops, that's not terribly bad, guys. I'm telling you right now. Especially with Caleb learning how to do that NFL touch, throwing the ball in key positions and stuff and all that kind of stuff, familiarity. I think it's all going to come together. We'll see what happens, though. Keenan catches more of those drops with a better ball thrown his way. That first drop on the season was a duck. I agree. There's 2 sides to it. Timing was off on a lot of the passes this season. Yes, for sure. Inspector Gadget says if we drop Byard, it saves $8.2 million in the cap. We can afford to eat up $6 million in contracts in order to upgrade our O-line where we need it. I agree, for sure. Talking about potential RBs, running backs could target. Why not? No one brings up Judkins. The guy's a stud. I agree. I know Judkins is your guy. Caleb should improve. I agree. Judson is a stud. Judkins is a stud. I agree with that too. Not going to go out and say DJ Moore, Keenan Allen, and Cole Kmet of all of a sudden be good anymore because Caleb struggled. Yeah. Per Chicago Bears, Allen is a free agent on March 25th unless they resign him, no compensation. Thank you, Foster. Appreciate you, buddy. Love you, man. With better protection, Williams will improve. Inspector Gadget, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. Switch the notifications to all notifications. Enter in for a chance to win a jersey of your choice. Once we get to 3,000 subscribers, whoever is the hardest grinder, the hardest worker, shares the most in the NFL will be getting a jersey of their choice. Shepard says 50 plus of Caleb's sacks came after holding the ball for 4 seconds or longer. Yes, they are going to fix that, and I think that's why they've got plenty of guys in the building to help that out. I agree wholeheartedly. It's going to get better. Just hang in there. Bear with me and bear down. Love you guys, man. More to come. We're going to have another show along the way, maybe in the afternoon, maybe in the evening also. We got stuff coming on Sunday. I know there's going to be some breaking news. We're going to be the first ones to tell you about it, just like we were with Ben Johnson. We were 5 minutes early before everybody else. We broke the news about the hiring of Ben Johnson, Antoine Randall. You'll hear it first, Chicago Sports Podcast. Thank you guys for sharing your morning with me, you beautiful people. Love you guys so much. Love this community. Have a great day. Win the day. Be great today. And this is Brandon Trax Hiatt, and I am checking out.